Yo, yo, yo. What's up, chat? What it do, peeps? Yo, happy Thursday, guys. What's going on? What's going on? Woo! Weekend's almost here, baby. I got an eyelash in my eye, I think, man. Being a real butthole, man. Oh, dude. All right. We're just going to have to rock with it. Psych, what's up, dude? What are you doing, man? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We should be back into the forest today. We had day 2 of Yoku's Island yesterday. It's cool, man. We're like 70% the way done with that game. If we were going to 100% complete it anyways. So that's what it's showing anyways, is that we have 70%, 71% complete, something like that. So we're not that far away. Probably one more day of playing Yoku's and we'll have it at least beaten. I don't know that we're going to 100% it or anything, but it's been a cool little like game for us to slide in whenever our buddy Pinky can't be there to play the forest with us. So it's been fun, man. It was cool. It was a good day yesterday. We did the news yesterday like we always do that we're about to hop into here as well. And we played Yoku's, and then we got to hang out and watch the Xbox showcase. I was a bit less than impressed. Dude, I'm not even going to joke. I suck at fighting in that game. So you're trying to troll? Dude, I will just straight up admit that, like, for some reason, I suck at fighting melee and cannibals in the forest. I am absolutely horrible at it. And Pinky has carried, yeah. So aside from that, I just don't want to beat the game without Pinky being there and experiencing it too. You know what I mean? But Pinky has definitely had some very broad shoulders to be throwing me, big old chunk star OA up on those shoulders and carrying me through some of those fights, dude, no doubt about it. What's up, Wick? Happy Thursday, guys. So let's go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying, Wick. You know what I'm about to say, dude. Let's go. Let's do what we do. Let's go ahead and hop into this video gaming news segment for today, January 26th. And then we will work our way into the video game play today. There's that eyelash, dude. I knew it was around there. Had me real jacked up. What it would be day 8? Is that right? Dude, am I crazy? Hold on. Yeah, it should be day 8 of the forest, right? Day 8. Day 8. Dude, am I crazy? Yeah, alright. I'm losing track because I'm playing Yoku's in between it. Yoku's Island's in between, so I'm like losing track of what episode we're on. Today will be day 8 of the forest, alright? Let's sit on these thumbs. I mean, if you need to cleanse a soul, dude, then, you know, yeah, that's what happens. Alright, let's go. Let's get in this, dude. Let's get in this, dude. First of all, check it. That's what we're listening to this morning, alright? We got some of the Crypt of the Necro Dancer. Yeah, that's what we're listening to. So if you're digging it, this is a rhythm-based RPG adventure type game. It's it's supposed to be very, very good. I haven't played it, but I do have it. I own it, and I would like to play it sometime before long. It's kind of set up on our schedule as a side game to slot in if we can find time to work it in. But I love the soundtrack. I have listened to the soundtrack for a very long time. If you're digging it, go grab it. Cool? Cut it, Maestro. There we go. Thank you. And let's get into the news. Gamer, what's up, buddy? How you doing, dude? Pop that up there. Dude, I think Ferret actually sent us something for the news this morning. Ferret's not going to be around today or tomorrow. He's been a big part of the news here lately. He's been sending us a lot of stuff and being involved a lot in what the news has to offer. But apparently he's got some business to take care of, won't be around. So Give me a second. What was that? There we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Here we go, guys. Here's a good little thing. Check this noise out right off the bat today. So, I literally was talking yesterday about we came across a cell that had Final Fantasy what was I think it was a humble bundle, so has Final Fantasy 7 remakes integrate available for PC, right? I think it's a Steam key. And I was like, you know what? I've wanted to play this for a long time, but I won't give money to Square because they still haven't fixed all the issues on their side from that PC port. Here we go. Here we go again. Square's terrible, dude, about PC ports. And apparently they have done a really bad job with the PC port of Forspoken as well. So we'll take a read about that this morning, okay? And we'll see what's going on. Game Pass losing 4 more games very soon. We'll take a peek at that for everybody. We've talked enough about this, man. Talked enough about that. I've given my thoughts and so I would say look over about the past 3 days of video gaming news content, either here as a a highlight, their highlights here on the Twitch channel, or as VODs on our YouTube channel, and we've hit on it about every single day over the past 3 to 4 to 5 days, something like that. So you'll see us talk about it a lot. We've talked about the whole Blizzard going offline in China thing too. I'm not going to hit on that anymore. If you need same thing as this whole controversy that is casting a shadow over Hogwarts Legacy regarding J.K. Rowling's transphobic comments and stuff like that. Same thing goes for what's going on with Blizzard in China, not being able to Blizzard to publish their games over there anymore. I've talked about it enough. I'm not going to dive into it anymore. If you need information on that, come hit me up or take a look at the previous news segments over the past few days. I would say somewhere between January 22nd through yesterday, the 22nd through the 25th, you'll get plenty of that content to catch you up to speed. New Steam game costs $2,000. Okay. That's probably an error, but it might just be somebody trolling as well. We hit on this yesterday. Was this one humble as well, or was this just in case anybody didn't see it? Green Man Gaming, my bad. Green Man Gaming. I'll just link this in chat real quick. Green Man Gaming has a lot of sales on the Batman games right now, so if you're interested in those titles, I'll throw that link in chat. Okay, but Green Man Gaming, yeah, these are for PC, by the way. These will be PC Steam keys. You can see right here. But there's a lot of sales right now on these Batman games, the like Arkham games and stuff. Okay, but we talked about it in depth yesterday. I read this article yesterday. That's about what you need to know there. If you're not aware, though, there's about 4 of those titles. So if you're wanting to dive into that series and you've never played it and you're wanting to like maybe go in succession, in order of when they were released, then you might want to do a little bit of research about which came in, what the order of release of those titles were in the Batman Arkham games, and get them played in that order. Up to you, though. We've talked about Marvel Avengers is being shut down. We knew this was coming. We heard about this last year, the end of last year. And they've officially announced that they're no longer going to be pushing out any kind of updates or content really for that game after September, I think, of this year. So that's about what you need to know. It's been a pretty hot mess. A lot of criticism about the monetization in that game. It was also from a lot of people's reviews and thoughts on the game. It was kind of real repetitive and bland gameplay. So they didn't do a great job with it. I can't speak from experience, but that's just what I've heard and read. We read about this yesterday as well. Late last week, Riot Games was hacked. They were, they apparently had source code stolen. So, I mean, the good side for us as consumers and players of games is that anybody that might play Riot Games can, rest easy knowing that apparently account information, personal information, things like that were apparently not obtained. At least that's what Riot's saying right now. But there was potentially a lot of source code for not only current versions, but prototype type of stuff that they were potentially going to be rolling out into some of these titles as well. That is going to present some obstacles for Riot for the foreseeable future, and this code getting leaked and allowing people to develop cheats and things like that just off of that code, So Riot's in a bad spot right now due to that leak, and as we get more news on it moving forward, we'll hit on it. So all we knew was initially that they had been hacked. We didn't know the extent of it, and then yesterday we found out basically that a lot of their source code had been taken. So if you want a more in-depth look at exactly what we found out yesterday, go take a look at yesterday's news segment, January 25th edition, okay? Yeah, what did we see? Yesterday we saw this too, but I can't remember the exact date. This was not an official date, okay, but oh, this is a different article. We saw a leak date come out potentially for AC Mirage. God, why can't I wanted to say it was like May of this year, but man, we saw so many dates yesterday as well in the at the end of the day for the Xbox Bethesda showcase. I might be mixing that up. Since I'm talking about, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, this is a not official. Oh, it was June. June 30th. June 30th. My bad. That's what it was. So we hit on this yesterday, but just know there's been an unofficial kind of leaked date for AC Mirage, which is June 30th. Grain of salt there, but we did see that yesterday, okay? New PlayStation patent would punish toxic players and reward others. Huh. Skate 4 devs reassure fans it won't. The game won't include paid loot boxes. Okay. Yeah, I hit on this yesterday. Fox News, which is basically just a big propaganda machine. Find credible news sources. That's all I'm gonna say to people. If you can, find independent news sources. Independent news sources, credible news sources. There are a lot of quote unquote news stations and publications out there that consider themselves news sources that shouldn't be considered news. Uh, so be very careful about the information that you're soaking up through certain outlets because it's not necessarily going to be full fact or even close to fact. But yeah, Xbox has come out with these more carbon aware, carbon friendly kind of implementations for their consoles, which is great. Okay, to conserve energy and present less of a footprint in carbon footprint in our world and all of a sudden Fox News is like trying to criticize them for being woke, like succumbing to the woke mindset or whatever, and it's like, Jesus, give me a break, man. You know. So we talked about this yesterday. That's my kind of just TLDR for you. Do your best to stay away from just propaganda news outlets that really uh, misconstrue information or are trying to push their own agenda on you. And if you know something, if you come across a piece of information, um, don't just take it as face value, or don't just take it for what it's given to you as and be like, oh, that's absolutely factual or whatever. Do a little bit of self education on that topic and educate yourself on it rather than regurgitate it right away and spread misinformation potentially. You know what I mean? Fox is terrible, and there are a lot of other news outlets out there that do the same thing. So just be careful. All right, let's go look at our other search here. Pivot, as it were, right? Pivot, pivot. Jesus, and there we are again. Yeah, we're hitting a lot of recurring topics here. I've hit on already, so I'm not gonna dive into those. Oh, dude, yeah, we were talking about this at the end of the day yesterday. Classic GoldenEye 007 game is coming to Switch and Xbox, baby. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bow. Dude, that music. Why is this not? Wait, 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 wait. Why did this? Dude, I know I had this set on past 24 hours. Weird. Hold on. Yeah, we've seen more. Maybe I accidentally cleared it out before I started the first search there. So maybe we'll see if we get anything different here. Um, New gen consoles are finally becoming more readily available. Supply is finally starting to meet demand a little bit, you know, which is good. It has really since towards the end of last year, maybe a little bit before that, but it's been a slow process of that coming to fruition for us here. Yeah, Microsoft puts game developers front and center in the latest showcase. Yeah, I was very underwhelmed though. I mean, honestly, god dang, dude, Xbox has not had a great year, and I was expecting to see at least a couple of like, ooh, that looks nice, you know. I didn't really. So I don't know. I'm not real excited about a whole lot that's coming game wise out of Microsoft and Microsoft's partners. So that's just me, though. You guys let me know if there's anything you saw that out of the showcase yesterday that seemed interesting to you. What? The Federal Trade Commission sued Microsoft to stop the EU accepting a settlement over Activision deal. It's claimed. What? Dude, what a hot flippin' mess that whole situation is. Jeez. Oh no. Fans bewildered over strange video game delay. Is this what I think it is? Oh, give me a break, dude. This flippin' dude. I'm not even gonna get into it. If you don't know who this dude's name is I Show Speed. He's been banned so many flipping times for just all kinds of ridiculous crap. It's like the epitome of just uh, the kind of ignorance. Unfortunately, got really popular, but the kind of ignorance that he exudes on the platforms he's been on and stuff, and that people buy into and watch, and then I'm sure there's a bunch of like young individuals that try to emulate it and stuff. God, it's so terrible to see it, dude. That's not what I was even here for, though, dude. What? Oh, it is the day before. Right here. The day before, an upcoming game from Singapore-based developer Fantastic has faced a last-minute delay. Hold on. This game has been like one of the most wishlisted games on Steam for a long time now. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did it get delisted? Really, Tinwin? Yeah, I saw it's already up on Epic and everything too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was trying to say yesterday. Is like, it's I try to really stick to that, like not judging a book by its cover thing. Because look, dude, you were somebody that prompted me to play a game that I never ever would have played, and I'm not one of those people that really tends to put a lot of stock into the way a game looks. But I can attest to the fact that judging a game by the way it looks is not the greatest thing you could do, because West of Loathing was an amazing experience, dude. That was an amazing experience. And I never, ever would have played that game because of the art style. And unless you guys had really pushed me, the only reason I played it is because you guys pushed me to play it, And it was a great experience. So it was just like what I saw in that showcase. And I think a big part of it's like, bro, Tango, for real, can you please just give me what I want? You know what I mean? Tango, please, dude. So, I'm glad. I hope it is good. I want all games to be good. I think a lot of us are just jaded. You know what I mean? we just don't expect most releases to be good, I think is the problem. You know what I mean? I think we've gotten to a point where we just don't expect it anymore, really. And when we see something that's like, looks a bit off, maybe, we tend to just kind of stick with the thought that it probably will be. But that's good to know, dude. I'll look at it. All right, we're going to read about this. It looks like the day before has been taken off of Steam, dude. Hold on. Timon, how you doing, buddy? Happy Thursday, man. Thanks for letting me know, dude. We'll take a look at it. It's good? Good, dude. I think it got delisted, guys. I think it got delisted. Interesting. Okay, let's keep looking for our articles, and then we'll talk about that, okay? Is that what it says down down that article? Yo, gamer, thanks, dude. Thanks. Yeah, okay. I figured we would probably see something in the article, but I just wanted to keep looking for all of our articles before I dove into it any further. Thanks, man. Thanks. Interesting. Dude, that's been one of the most wish-listed games on Steam for close to like 2 years now, I think. Huh. Yeah, I'll read about it. Thanks, buddy. Interesting. Huh. Funny enough, look at this. EA Skate seemingly added loot boxes in its latest test build, and then Skate 4 devs reassure fans it won't include paid loot boxes. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. There could be a big difference there between what the people working on the game as the actual developers want the game to be like and what EA management and publishing actually is making them put in the game. Well, that wouldn't be anything outside the norm there for EA, would it? We'll see. New Xbox Game Pass titles per console, PC, and cloud. We've got some other Game Pass stuff up. Hold on. Put that right there. Let's go. Yeah, we've already got that up. This is a concept trailer. This is not... I'm not diving into that. Naughty Dog might never make The Last of Us Part 3. This is speculation. They also quite possibly could. This title could have been written either way. I'm not buying into that. Whatever. We'll see as the future unfolds, okay? Hacks and cheats to win and escape from Tarkov. If these are legitimate hacks and cheats, get your head out of your ass. Quit being a soft gamer. Go play and get good at the game. And quit cheating your way to success. How about that? Now, if they're just referencing like ways in which you can like get better at the game, but that says hacks and cheats. So get wrecked. Dude, I hate hackers. I hate cheaters in video games. They can all get wrecked, dude. Go learn how to play a video game and get good at it. Quit using cheats because you don't know how to lose.
He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
Yeah, hacker man, get wrecked. Soft ass hacker man. I'm excited to read this. We have this up. A new PlayStation patent to punish toxic players. That's interesting. And reward others. That's pretty nifty, dude. We'll see what that is. Now, again, this is just going to be a patent. So, dude, developers are coming up and, filing patents all the time for stuff that won't necessarily ever be brought into fruition or become an actual implementation, But let's see what that is. We'll go one more page. Is this what we already have up? Yeah, we already have it. So there's a game on Steam right now that costs $2,000. It's only about 2 hours long. That's about $1,000 per hour of gameplay. That's insane, dude. Bro, that's the kind of dev I need to become. Create a game that is so enjoyable. That's how much people are willing to pay for that amount of gameplay, We saw this yesterday. Minecraft Legends release date and trailer. I'm not going to dive into that. Just know it's out there. If you're interested in this game, go check it out. We watched the showcase, Xbox showcase yesterday at the end of our stream. So I'm not diving into this. This is not video gaming news, but dude, I would disagree here. Netflix box, we have never canceled a successful show. There's two sides to this. Netflix is very, very reluctant to continue making shows that are successful, I would say. It seems anyways. And outside of that, they also do things like try to keep The Witcher going with Liam Hemsworth when they should cancel that show. There's no way that they should continue trying to make The Witcher. I get that there are other people, there are a lot of other actors in that show and everything. That is not going to be the same show with Liam Hemsworth in it. Not even close. it's become too ingrained as Henry Cavill as that role. I won't watch it. There's no flipping way. I know other people will, but dude, it won't be the same. I guarantee you. Dragon Age Dreadwolf prequel release. Sick. Riot Game. Look, dude, the entire like tech industry, video gaming industry, everybody's laying off. Everybody's trimming, dude. And it's like they're all doing it at the same time to get hopefully like fly under the radar. That way, bigger companies laying off more people take more of the heat. You know, they're all doing it though. It sucks. And anybody out there that is without a job, whether if it's in the gaming industry, the tech industry, whatever industry you're in, if you're without a job, that's a very stressful thing, and you're in our thoughts. And you know, we hope the best for you moving forward and pursuing something that will be life-changing in a great way for whatever career comes next, okay? Hogwarts Legacy has over 100 side quests. I'm guessing that manipulate your what are they going to call it? They won't call it light or dark, right? That's too Star Wars. It'll be like your hairiness or your like why can't I think of the dude, I can't think of his name right now. that's gonna be the scale of evil and good in the game. It's gonna be like, that's how you're gonna manipulate. Are you gonna be tilted towards the hairy side of things? Are you gonna be tilted towards the dark side or the why can't I think of his flipping name right now, dude? Help me, guys. Jesus Christ. Wick! I know you know, dude. Wick's a big Harry Potter fan, you know. I keep wanting to say Snape, dude, and it's not Snape. It's flipping old lizard face, dude. I'm tripping. I haven't had enough coffee this morning. But we'll read it. All right, dude, here we go. Atomic Heart has de novo. All right, man. Oh, Jeebus, dude. Yikers. All right, let's dive into this. Dragon Age Dreadwolf prequel released. A new prequel to BioWare's upcoming video game Dragon Age Dreadwolf has now kicked off despite being announced all the way back in 2018. Both BioWare and publisher Electronic Arts have remained incredibly quiet about the next mainline entry in the Dragon Age series. While there's a good chance that we'll end up seeing more of the game at some point later this year, a new tie-in product has now released. As of today, Dark Horse Comics has let loose issue number 1 of Dragon Age The Missing, serving as a prequel to the event of Dragon Age Dreadwolf. The Missing follows the characters of Varric Tathras and Lace Harding and features a story written by George Mann with illustrations by Kieran McCown. It's not known exactly how The Missing will end up being related to Dreadwolf since the latter story hasn't been fully revealed just yet, but this series should definitely help tide fans over who have been eager to get more of this world. Check it, yo. Cool. A new story leading directly into BioWare's upcoming game, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Varric Tathras and Lace Harding descend into the abandoned deep roads beneath Marnus Pell in pursuit of a former friend, says the official description of Dragon Age The Missing. But the corruption of the Blight has infected the walls, and the threat of Darkspawn looms heavy in the air. As mentioned, we still don't know when Dragon Age Dreadwolf will launch exactly, so there's a good chance that The Missing won't perfectly lead into the game's arrival. Still, we do know that Dreadwolf is currently slated to launch for PS5, Xbox Series X, and S, because anything that comes out on Series X comes out on S as well, and PC. whenever it does drop, hopefully more details on the project end up dropping in the coming weeks or months. Look, we already know that Dreadwolf has been in a fully playable state for a number of months now. About 3 months, I think, 3 to 4 months. It's been a fully playable state. So we've that's been officially announced by BioWare, meaning that it's not fully finished, but the entirety of the game is playable by the developers, meaning at that point, they're just in the polishing phase of the game, right? So we're not all that far away probably from Dragon Age Dreadwolf coming to us. At least we're going to start probably seeing more and more about the game and what it's going to have to offer us in the near future, okay? Did I link that for you guys? Hold on, dude. Oh, wrong one. Here, link this. If you want to take a look at this comic for the prequel of the new Dragon Age Dreadwolf game, then this is the link right there for the Dark Horse comic, okay? Hogwarts Legacy has over 100 side quests that manipulate the main campaign. Played in any order, they will impact how you interact with them and the main storyline. Wizarding RPG Hogwarts Legacy will let you shape your destiny with over 100 side quests. You can play them in any order. Okay. I'll finish reading this and then we'll talk about these side quests, okay? As one of the most hotly anticipated new games in 2023, we already know that the twists and turns of this open world adventure will feature expansive maps and character creation. According to narrative director and advanced game writer Moira Squire, I love that name, Moira, it seems the plot itself will be similarly staggering. The main storyline is complicated and engaging and involves a variety of different characters and viewpoints. Squire told Games Radar Plus in an interview as part of our Hogwarts Legacy preview. But by giving the player choice moments throughout the game, we allow them to tell their own version of that epic story, as well as playing through the storyline itself. Your character's decisions and what they choose to do outside classes could manipulate the main campaign by virtue of the experiences they've had, says Squire. Interacting with someone in a side quest will impact how you interact with them in the main storyline, and vice versa. Cool. That's immersion, baby. That's what I'm talking about. The extent of that immersion, we'll find out, but that sounds very good. There doesn't seem to be any linearity in how these missions should be played. The order in which the player chooses to complete these quests will impact their story and game. Everything is interconnected, confirmed Squire. So while it was challenging, it was a lot of fun to do, and it's rewarding to see how well it turned out. For somebody like me, that whenever I play a game like this, I don't like to go main storyline until I do side quests anyways. This is really cool. I don't necessarily 100% games very often. But what I do like to do is complete any quest I come across. Like, that's the way I did Witcher 3, right? Any kind of side quest we came across, I completed all that stuff. And I did most of that before, I do most of the side quest stuff before I pursue main quest line. So this is going to be something that's like kind of right up my alley in the way that I play games. There doesn't seem to be any, yeah. So yes, it's a bummer that we won't be able to play Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy, but with branching side quests to influence how our characters react to the world around them, seems we will have plenty to keep us busy in the magical realm anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm in the same boat, Tinwin. I'm in the same boat. Look, this developer is, this is an entirely new thing for them. And it's a pretty big reach, But everything I've seen about the game, they've shown off some extensive stuff for the game. It looks pretty solid, dude. It looks pretty solid. Does that mean that that's what we're going to get when it releases? No. You know what I mean? We've seen they've got some really extensive. What was it? About a month ago, we got like a 30-minute gameplay. I'll check that link in a second. Yeah, there was it's probably the same thing, dude. There's like a 30-minute trailer that came out. It was like the devs talking about stuff. They showed riding a broom around. They showed riding a hippogriff around. They showed a lot of combat at the end of it. We've seen a lot of it. And we watched it. It looks very good. But, again, what devs show you and what you get on the release of a game isn't necessarily always going to be the same thing. They want you to see the good stuff. And I hope it's very good. I do, but I'm a bit hesitant about what the quality of the game will be when it comes out. I hope it's great. I always do. You know, there are a lot of people in this community that are interested in playing this game. I'm going to buy the version that allows me to get into it about 3 days early, so that I can play it before maybe some other people decide to buy into it, and I'm going to stream it and give people a look so they can see as to whether or not it seems like a game they should buy into or not. Try to give about a good 3 days worth of gameplay first and let people know how it feels and whether it seems like it would be something that's worth their money. You know what I mean? So I'm guessing this is just clips of stuff we've already seen, dude. But I'll take a look. Yeah. We've seen a lot of this kind of stuff already. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. There's literally like, thanks for linking that. There's also, if you want more, there's like, here. A 30-minute video that came out. Where is it? Is that it? This might be it. I think it's one of, yeah, it's like this about a month ago. Yeah. This one. There's a lot of stuff in here. So if you guys want to take a look at this, we've watched it in the channel before. This was about a month ago. They came out. There's a lot of combat in this. There's a lot of other just world stuff they show, riding a broom around for traveling. A lot of they show like base building kind of stuff. They show riding a hippogriff around. They show a lot of stuff in that. You kind of got to skip around in that video because they do like cuts with, it's like narrated by developers and stuff the whole time, but then they'll like cut over and just like have video of talking to the developers, so you kind of got to like skip around to see the content. But there's a good amount of just game content in there too if you want to take a look at it. So I'm a bit hesitant, but I'm going to play it, and I hope it's very good. I really do, you know. And we'll see. This is good though. I think this is very neat. The fact that this is what I'll say though. Please, 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 please have all of these side quests be at least moderately unique from one another. I hate when you get into a game looking wild today, man. Yeah, my hair is just, I mean, I look wild every day, dude. My hair is getting long. I can't tame it, dude. I'm a wild man. I'll take it as a compliment. I don't know. You know, the hair's just getting long, dude. I'm not cutting it. I don't know. Whatever. It keeps me warm. It's winter, you know. It's my winter coat. Yeah. What's up, Mithril? How are you, buddy? The thing that I'm really hoping is that, you know, all of these yeah, the winter coat, dude, yeah. So all of these side quests will be very unique, and it won't be like repetitiveness. That's the thing that you really want to see in a game like this, especially when they're talking about the fact that there's going to be impact from these. You know, they're like, oh, you want to pursue these side quests because they will impact the world moving forward, right? Then what you want to see is that these are fairly unique side quests individually. You don't want to be going through repetition of like, oh, I did this side quest, and then you go do another side quest later that's like, oh, dude, this is like almost the same exact thing that I did earlier, right? You don't want that. And so hopefully that won't be what we experience. Hopefully it's a very unique from side quest to side quest, And it sounds like that's what it would be, but we'll see very soon. We'll see very soon. Atomic Heart has de nouveau. Oh god, dude. I've seen some cool gameplay look from Atomic Heart as well. And God, de nouveau. So here's the thing. Let's backtrack a second on the de nouveau topic to what we were talking about before. Hogwarts Legacy. It's already been announced on Steam that the Steam version of Hogwarts Legacy will have de nouveau. So I have yet to buy my copy of Hogwarts Legacy because I was going to buy it on Steam, and then we found that out in the news. And de nouveau almost always creates issues for game releases. So on that note, I might be buying my copy on Epic if Epic decides not to de nouveau their copy. So if you don't know what de nouveau is, it's a piece of software, de nouveau DRM, GOG. Yeah, is GOG going to have it on release though? I mean, that's a thought as well. I had thought about that, but I didn't know if GOG was going to have the game on release. So they are. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Mithril. Yeah. So it'll probably be one of those other platforms then, because I want to give people the best possible look at what the game has to offer, and I'm afraid de nouveau's going to wreck it. De nouveau's terrible on game releases, man, almost always. It always ends up hurting game releases in some form or fashion. So we read that about Steam. I probably won't buy it on Steam. I'll probably grab it on Epic or GOG. Yeah, probably. So we'll see. I'll play it on one of those more than likely. But here we go. And Atomic Heart developer reveals that it's using de nouveau. Claims the players will have access to NVIDIA DLSS to compensate for performance problems. They basically, you know what this says? This says the developers are already foreseeing that people are going to end up having performance issues. That's bad. Atomic Heart has been delayed for a while. It's been delayed numerous times for a while. So that already has me a little bit sketched out. I've seen gameplay of this. There's a really good gameplay video of like a boss fight. It looks pretty good. But this is another title that kind of has me sketched out. It's on our schedule as like a game for potential play, but I'm really a little bit scared about it. This is the thing I want people to understand. Just like with Hogwarts Legacy, if there are enough people, like regular people that are part of our community that go, dude, I would really, really like you to play this on release, I'm going to do that for you guys. That's my job, There are always going to be titles that I'm really interested in playing that I'll, of my own accord, I'll just grab on release and play because I'm really interested in them. But then I'm always going to listen to the community of people here and what they are. If there's like an overall consensus of our community that goes, we would really like you to play Atomic Heart on release, I'm really going to take that to my Atomic Heart, if you will, and probably play that on release for you guys because I feel like that's my job, right? So I'm always looking for that kind of feedback from everybody here. But this is one of those games I'm a little bit scared of. It looks like it could be very cool. It also has me a little bit skeptical about what it's going to feel like and what the experience will be like. So I'm not planning on playing it on release. And this tells me the developers are already expecting there to be performance issues. Atomic Heart is going to rely on the infamous de nouveau DRM for its anti-piracy measures, as it turns out, but the developer believes the game's implementation of NVIDIA's proprietary AI upscaler DLSS should be enough to compensate for any potential performance issues. As popular as it is with developers and publishers, the use of Denuvo remains a contested topic whenever it gets brought up. Here's the thing. Denuvo is for anti-piracy, right? It's to prevent people pirating the game. Pirates always find ways around it. Usually within a day or two of the release anyways. So it doesn't really do all that good, I don't think. In my own personal opinion. Usually pirates find a way around it pretty quick. So it usually seems like more of a anti-piracy that doesn't work. Exactly, dude. Exactly. It seems like it causes more issues for games than helping eliminate the piracy, which is what the ultimate goal of the software is in the first place. You know, so I don't quite understand why everybody is always so quick to incorporate this. Look, and I'm not a proponent of piracy in modern gaming software and hardware. I think that emulation, piracy for current gen modern platforms and games and software is bad for the industry. I don't think it's good. I think emulation and stuff like that for maintaining the history of gaming is appropriate and a very good thing. There's a place for it, right? But I'm not a fan of pirating. But Denuvo is a weird thing, and I find it wild that there's so many developers that think that they need to do this whenever it doesn't seem like it works very well on two counts. It presents issues to the software on release, and pirates always find a way around it really, really quickly. It seems like, anyways. I don't know. While this problem is hardly commonplace, the fact remains that Atomic Heart is a solo experience with no multiplayer functionality, yet it's going to need to phone back to Denuvo anti-tamper servers every so often to check whether it's been pirated. Mudfish CEO Robert Bagratuni has said in his recent interview with the Russian gaming website Igromania that Atomic Heart would leverage Denuvo DRM to prevent piracy attempts. Excuse me, guys. While most contemporary blockbuster releases do indeed rely on Denuvo anti-tamper tech for security, the issue here is that Denuvo hasn't ever been mentioned in the context of Atomic Heart, and still not referenced anywhere on the game's official Steam page. Since a large portion of the gaming community actively dislikes Denuvo, this may prove to be a bigger problem than Mudfish may have anticipated. Moreover, Bagratuni also said that gamers that are concerned over Denuvo's DRM's potential effect on performance shouldn't worry, because NVIDIA DLSS will be available to, quote, win back the losses, if any. Indeed. Atomic Heart is one of the many games that support NVIDIA DLSS, but the problem here is twofold. Firstly, DLSS is a proprietary AI-based upscaler that is only available for NVIDIA users in the first place. Yes. Secondly, and more importantly, only NVIDIA RTX 4000 owners have access to DLSS 3.0's frame generation features, which is the only way to avoid CPU bottlenecks in modern video games. So they can just, take all that money that they're saving on all the piracy, right? That is being avoided, making people buy these games, because the Denuvo is doing such a good job at preventing the piracy. They can take all that money and just put it back into buying everybody a 4000 series GPU, okay? Problem solved. God dang, dude. This is just as bad as Final Fantasy XVI's director going, don't worry about this game coming to PC. Everybody just needs to go buy a PS5. We saw that quote here recently. I was like, bro, what? First of all, if it's that easy, why don't you just go buy us a PS5, dog? All right? If you've got enough money laying around, just buy us a PS5 so we don't have to worry about it coming to PC, okay? Also, let us know if you can just find enough in stock for everybody, okay? Who are these people, dude? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. Like I don't understand what who these people are, dude. They're out of their minds. De novo DRM would specifically affect CPU performance, if anything, meaning that Bagratuni's announcement might not be great news for the vast majority of gamers. Earlier this month, the Atomic Heart developer refused to substantively comment on the Russian war of aggression in Ukraine, which got it into hot water with the community. With the earlier stories of issues during the game's development and the latest name dropping of de novo, Atomic Heart does seem to have a bit of baggage already. Regardless, the shown-off RT-enabled gameplay footage of Atomic Heart does look pretty good. If Mundfish successfully delivers on all of its promises, it's easy to imagine Atomic Heart could be one of 2023's most prominent releases. I'm not buying into that. I was already a bit skeptical about this, and now that just kind of drives that home for me. Be careful about this one, I think. Be careful. If you want more info, I'll throw this in chat for you guys, you know. But I would say be careful on the Atomic Heart front there. So the day before, an upcoming game from Singapore-based developer Fantastic has faced a last-minute delay, but some fans aren't buying it. This game was supposed to be releasing very, very soon, by the way. It's on my schedule. Hold on. Our schedule. Excuse me. The day before was supposed to be releasing on March 1st, guys. Almost a month from now. Just over a month from now, yeah? Was supposed to be releasing. So, this was going to be a bit of a reach for this dev anyways. A lot of people were like, there's been a lot of hype about this game because it sounds amazing in what it could be. But their ability to follow through on a promise for a game like this has been like, can they do this? You know? And now all of a sudden this happens. So the day before, an upcoming game from Singapore-based developer Fantastic has faced a last-minute delay, but some fans aren't buying it. Fantastic has originally planned to release the day before in early March. The studio announced today that it would instead be moved to a November release. These kinds of delays aren't uncommon in the game's industry, but Fantastic's reasoning for the delay is quite unusual. Rather than delaying the game so that it can be polished or improved before launch, Fantastic says that the day before has been delayed due to a trademark dispute. The company said that a private individual applied for the U.S. trademark before it did, and therefore the game couldn't be released. Huh. One second. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Okay, let's keep going. So rather than delaying the game so that it can be polished or improved before launch, Fantastic says that the day before has been delayed due to a trademark dispute. The company said that a private individual applied for the U.S. trademark before it did, and therefore the game couldn't be released. What? The explanation comes after the game was suddenly unlisted from Steam. Yeah. Yo, thanks, gamer. I tried to find it on Steam when we first came across this article today, too, and I couldn't find it. So I kind of assumed. And then gamer read into the article for me and before we got to it and let me know that was, in fact, the case. Where it was at one point the most wishlisted game on the platform. It's been, dude, over the past couple of years, basically, it's been right up at the top of most wishlisted games, if not at the top. It's not the explanation that Fantastic originally gave, however, with the studio saying initially that it was removed due to a bug. We are currently experiencing a minor technical difficulty with our game's visibility on the Steam store page. Fantastic said in a now deleted Steam post, this is a known bug that has affected multiple titles in the past. Please know that Steam regularly conducts maintenance on Tuesdays. This issue will likely be resolved during that time. Now the company is claiming that Steam blocked the game page at the request of a trademark holder. Right before the release, Steam blocked our game page at the request of a private individual because of the name the day before, the studio said on Twitter. As you know, our game was announced in January of 2021. At the time of the announcement, the day before game trademark was available. It continued. After the announcement of the game, the above-mentioned individual filed out an application before us to register the game trademark the day before in the United States. Previously, we were not aware of the existence of the claims. We found out about this only on January 19th of 2023, like a week ago. We received a complaint from him and a request to contact him. Fantastic claims that it had planned to post a lengthy gameplay video in the next few days, but says that it has to resolve the apparent trademark issue first. Did not explain why a trademark dispute would prevent the studio from releasing gameplay footage, nor why the release date was pushed back so far. Replies to the explanation were not kind. Many accused the studio of lying, with some calling it a scam. Others chastised Fantastic for failing to do the due diligence before announcing the game. Some even suggested the game doesn't exist at all, a sentiment seemingly shared by one of the studio's Discord moderators. As noticed by Skillop, the game's lead Discord moderator, Wolf, said in the official Discord server that they hadn't seen any gameplay, saying, "Those who wonder if the game is real, I'm wondering the same right now. Nobody saw the gameplay." For now, it seems as if the studio is staying quiet. It has not replied to any of the comments on its Twitter post and seems to be inactive in the game's Steam forums too. It's understood that Wolf is also one of the moderators for the game on Steam. The Day Before isn't the only game to get delayed lately. Strange trailer for Black Myth Wukong revealed a huge delay for that game too. That trailer was awesome. I thought it was awesome. Skull and Bones. Dude, this game is not real. Are you kidding me? Yo, God, I thought this trailer was great. But this is a different kind of situation. Black Myth Wukong had like a release date of a window of 2023. We saw this in the news already. This trailer was really good, I thought. I'll put it in chat so you guys can watch it. We've already seen it here in the news, but this game is hyped up too. I thought this was a pretty cool trailer to announce a delay. Most developers won't do something like that. They'll just go, "Oh, it's delayed. Oh, it's delayed." They actually came out with like a full production like trailer here, man, to delay this title. And it was actually kind of trolling themselves and trolling gamers at the same time on the way that a lot of gamers react to delays. I thought it was actually really, really good. I thought it was hilarious. So I didn't think it was weird. I thought it was great. But the whole day before stuff seems really, really, really sketchy. That game was already something that I was just going to kind of watch and see how it kind of unfolded. That's a weird one for me. And dude, to know that something like that was not being handled appropriately for them, just trademark wise for like the title of the game, if that's it, just even if that's true, just the notion of that makes me really, really sketched out about how they handle a lot of their other processes. So, Yeah. We'll see what happens moving forward with that. Skate 4 devs reassure fans it won't include paid loot boxes. A recent report claimed loot boxes had been added to a beta. Yeah, right here. Test build. Let's read this one first, and then we'll read the what the devs said. EA's highly anticipated skateboarding game seemingly added a loot boxes to its latest test build. EA and developer Full Circle announced in 2022 that Skate would be a free-to-play and live service game, but would not contain any pay-to-win mechanics, paid gameplay elements, or paid loot boxes. That promise still seems to hold up, despite the addition of the infamous loot box mechanic, according to playtesters speaking to Insider Gaming. These so-called swag bags, which had already been uncovered by data miners last year, are tied to an in-game currency. Players can earn more of that by completing challenges with higher difficulty levels containing additional rewards. Currency must be used to both purchase and unlock swag bags, which sound like it's going to be quite a grind. Skateboarding, get it? Each swag bag seems to contain 5 cosmetic items at the moment. Players can check the contents of the loot box before they decide to purchase it. This is a mechanic that EA has tested in its FIFA series, which is still being criticized for its use of loot boxes in the FIFA Ultimate Team mode. All their EA sports games have ultimate crap in it with loot box packs and stuff. It's stupid. It's so bad. Getting a duplicate item compensates players with a different in-game currency. A third currency, though not implemented right now, has been found by data miners last year. It might be a purchasable premium currency, but that's not certain as of right now. In its current state, this sounds like a fairly reasonable implementation of the loot box mechanic, with EA seemingly learning from the criticism hurled against FIFA and the unforgettable disaster that was the attempt at putting loot boxes in Star Wars Battlefront 2 in 2017. Oh, dude, Mithril, forever, dude. Yeah, forever. However, since these are merely playtests, nothing is set in stone, and the system may well go through big changes until the game comes out. And so now the devs say that the game will not include paid loot boxes. Just grindable loot boxes, probably. Skate 4's development team has pushed back against a report claiming loot boxes were added to its most recent beta. Earlier this week, on January 25th, Insider Gaming, that was yesterday, claimed knowledge of Skate's latest internal beta. The outlet claimed that loot boxes had been added to the most recent beta for the forthcoming game, and the playtesters had allegedly pushed back against the new system. Today, on January 26th, though, the official Skate Twitter account published a tweet seen just below, reminding followers of developers' pledges from last year. Among the 4 pledges is the mention of no paid loot boxes, which seemingly pushes back against Insider Gaming's recent report. The video that tweet above points to was originally published in July of last year, giving viewers an insight into the ongoing development of the new Skate. Video pledges to viewers that there would be no pay-to-win system, no map areas locked behind paywalls, no paid loot boxes, and no paid gameplay advantages. However, this is an EA game. It's worth noting that Insider Gaming's report never explicitly stated that loot boxes would be paid for with real-world money. The report instead claimed that the loot boxes would be obtained using an in-game currency called stars, which itself can be earned by performing tricks and completing challenges in Skate. As such, it's technically possible that the Skate development team have kept to their original pledge by not including paid-for loot boxes, if the loot boxes Insider Gaming refers to are all earned in-game. EA did recently confirm that Skate 4 would be free-to-play, so there's precedent there at least for loot boxes. There's going to be loot boxes in this game. Calling it, dude. It's an EA game, dude. Give me a break. They won't be... They're going to be in the game in some form or fashion, dude. Look, I've enjoyed skateboarding games for a very long time. I haven't played one in quite a while. But, like, Tony Hawk games back in the day, brother. Woo, boy. I'd be rocking out to some Tony Hawk. There's a sick game coming out, though. If you really want some skate stuff, there's a sick game coming out called Skate Story. Check this. I'm really, really anticipating this game to release this year. Check it. This game looks dope. It's got what it sounds like is going to be an amazing soundtrack. You're basically skateboarding around as what you're supposed to be, a demon made of glass. This looks really cool. I'll link it for you guys, okay? This is what I am anticipating. I haven't played a skateboarding game in a while, but this looks really, really cool, man. I highly recommend checking this out. Okay? Looks really neat. Check that. We've seen it a lot here, and yeah. Yeah, yes. Like, nice, dude. Yeah. This is a cool looking game, dude. Very cool. I'm excited about that one. Classic GoldenEye 007 game is coming to Nintendo Switch and Xbox. Dude, look at this 64 NES. Sick, dude. All right, hold on. James Bond fans may be waiting on the next actor who will play the British spy on screen, but a beloved Bond adventure of yore is making its return. GoldenEye 007. Dude, that game is so good. The classic first-person shooter made for Nintendo 64 in 1997 is being revived for Switch and Xbox more than 25 years later. For fans who subscribe to additional content on both gaming systems, the game will be available on Friday. Yeah, it was a hit on release. Dude, yeah. God. Everybody was playing this forever back in the day. IGN gave it a 9.7 out of 10 in 97. Yeah. The soundtrack remains iconic. Yeah. To access the game on Switch, users will have to subscribe to the online membership plus its expansion pack, which includes Nintendo 64 games and downloadable content for popular games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons. Xbox players must subscribe to Xbox Game Pass, a service that allows players to access hundreds of games from its server. Was Cash telling me yesterday that like the Switch is the only one having online multiplayer though? I think Xbox might have local, but the Switch version is the only one that's going to have online multiplayer. The return of GoldenEye 007, often referred to as one of the greatest video games of all time, has been years in the making. The Verge reported last year the rights issues blocked developers from releasing it on newer consoles, including Xbox, since at least 2008. Undeterred, Nintendo 64 fans even attempted to remake the game themselves on several occasions, though the original rights holders usually shut them down. Now, Rare, the game's original developer, has recreated it for both Xbox with a few modern touches, while Nintendo is re-releasing the original on its Switch console. I think that's the case. That's what Cash was saying yesterday, but I would need to confirm that. I think I recall reading something. Let's see. Online multiplayer modes will be exclusive to the Switch version of the game, as Nintendo is using the original game. Microsoft has made a faithful recreation of GoldenEye 007 for the Xbox, but it will include a local multiplayer mode for split screen. Yeah, just like I was saying. So, the online multiplayer will only be available for the Switch version. You can play local co-op or local PvP, local multiplayer on Xbox, but no online stuff, okay? Just so you know. The FTC sued Microsoft to stop the EU accepting a settlement over Activision deal it's claimed. The U.S. regulator recently filed a lawsuit in a bid to block Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. Federal Trade Commission filed a lawsuit attempting to block Microsoft from acquiring Activision Blizzard in an attempt to dissuade EU regulators from accepting a settlement allowing a deal. It's been claimed. Bloomberg reported that, according to people familiar with the investigation's U.S. regulator, the FTC filed a complaint quicker than expected because it wanted to preempt its European counterparts who were preparing to negotiate a potential compromise with Microsoft. According to the report, the FTC filed its complaint just hours after U.S. and EU officials held a call about their separate inquiries, during which the EU said they planned to start discussions with Microsoft about a settlement. This reportedly led to the FTC filing the suit on the same day, even though it wasn't due to consider settlement proposals until later in the investigation process. Those close to the transaction told Bloomberg that the FTC wasn't expected to act until the spring, and that usually in these situations it would wait until closer to a deadline to try and figure out settlement terms that would be considered globally acceptable. However, as Fried Frank, Harris Shriver, and Jacobson LLP's antitrust head Barry Nigro told Bloomberg, the FTC's speedy lawsuit appears to have been an attempt to get out in front of the Europeans in an effort to shape the narrative. In its official statement following the filing of the suit in December, the FTC alleged that the deal would not only give Microsoft an upper hand in the console market, also in the other areas such as subscription gaming and cloud gaming. Claimed that the $69 billion deal, roughly, Microsoft's largest ever in the video gaming industry by a substantial margin, would enable Microsoft to suppress competitors to its Xbox gaming consoles and its rapidly growing subscription content and cloud gaming business. Meanwhile, Microsoft has been trying to emphasize its commitment to keeping Call of Duty, arguably the main gaming affecting this issue, on PlayStation platforms. Shortly before the lawsuit was filed, Microsoft President Brad Smith provided more details in a Wall Street Journal editorial on the company's offer to keep the Call of Duty franchise on PlayStation for at least a decade. Yeah. A vital part of Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty revenue comes from PlayStation game sales, Smith wrote. Given the popularity of crossplay, it would also be disastrous to the Call of Duty franchise and Xbox itself, alienating millions of gamers. That's why we've offered Sony a 10-year contract to make each new Call of Duty release available on PlayStation the same day it comes to Xbox. We're open to providing this same commitment to other platforms, which Nintendo has already agreed to, making it legally enforceable by regulators in the US, UK, and European Union. Xbox head Phil Spencer also claimed in December that Sony was showing little willingness to come to the table in a bid to reach an agreement over the proposed deal. Speaking to Bloomberg, Spencer said, "From where we sit, it's clear they're spending more time with the regulators than they are with us to try and get this deal done. Our intent is to become more relevant on more screens. We have a pretty good idea of how to build a win-win relationship with Nintendo and, frankly, Sony." This is just such a hot mess, dude. I've given my take on it plenty of times, but I don't know. It does just come across to me really as like a lot of these other companies just being scared about the fact that Xbox is going to become a legitimate competitor across numerous markets that these other players sit on top of. NVIDIA in cloud gaming, Google in the mobile app market with their marketplace, and PlayStation as the console leader, main competitor to Xbox, but they've always been ahead of Xbox. They've always sold double the consoles and stuff, and nobody wants Xbox to become the main competitor or to have the advantage, you know. So they're all like, "Oh, this is anti-competitive. You can't do it." Random mode time, by the way. Looking for that Dat Sheffy. New PlayStation patent would punish toxic players and reward others. Toxicity is a very big problem with online gaming, and companies are constantly looking for new ways to make things more welcoming. Newly discovered patent from PlayStation indicates the company is attempting to do just that with a system that would reward players for good behavior, punish those that make games less enjoyable for others. Rewards would include things like medals and virtual points, while toxic players would have their actions reviewed by a human moderator. Players would be given a chance to appeal any potential punishments. Chart from the patents can be found below. A 2021 survey conducted by Lenovo and Reach3 Insights offered some troubling statistics about women that face harassment while gaming. Nice, Mithril. One of the 900 women that took part in the survey, 59% said that they conceal their gender while gaming, and 77% said they had to deal with harassment based on their gender. That same year, Twitch streamer Grenade Queen shared a video of the harassment she received while playing Halo Infinite, prompting Xbox co-creator Seamus Blackley to call on Microsoft and gamers to bring about change. The fact of the matter is that this type of harassment drives players away, and video games are supposed to offer escapism, not another place for people to feel harassed and unwelcome. I agree. Now look, there's a difference though. There's a big difference between some nice competitive banter and people being discriminatory and like overly toxic and engaging in communication or interactions with others that would that's absolutely inappropriate and should not be allowed, uh, whether it be discrimination or promoting self harm or things like that. So look, competition has been a part of online gaming for since it's been a thing, right? Uh, and I think that it's fine. I think it's healthy for people to troll each other out a bit, and it keeps people wanting to elevate their gameplay and be better than other people. A little bit of some competitive banter is fine, but a lot of people take it too far and they get real toxic with it, and that's not okay. They cross that line where it's not okay anymore. Unfortunately, just because the patent is filed, it does not necessarily mean that the feature will see release. Like I was saying before when we found this article, PlayStation has filed a lot of patents that never materialize for one reason or another. Not just PlayStation. All kinds of companies do this. And in the gaming market especially, whether it be hardware, software developers, what have you, all kinds of patents. And a lot of them don't really see the light of day. At one point, the company filed for a patent that would allow players to use household items in place of a controller, including a banana. Yeah. Okay. While the patent sounded intriguing, nothing has come of it over the last 2 years. It's possible the same could be said for this reward system. It's unclear if PlayStation's patent will end up being implemented, but it's encouraging to see the company taking the issue seriously and taking steps to fix the problem. Yeah. Yeah, Syke. Yeah. Banana controller for the win, though. Yeah, when are we gonna get the soul cleansing controllers? You know what I mean? That's the immersion we need. Oh Jesus, dude. Uh, oh, dude. Oh yeah. Psych for sure, absolutely. Yeah. Well, and that's what I was thinking. You bring that up, Psych, but that's exactly what I was thinking. We were reading this article previously about the day before, and how they don't have the rights to the like the name the day before anymore, even though they filed, somebody got it before them. I was like, dude, somebody found out that this game was being in development and that it was becoming popular. And so somebody went and filed to get the rights to that name the day before. That way, if this developer wanted to stick with it for the release of their game as it got more and more popular, they would have to buy it off of them. Domain name setting, exactly, Mithril. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's preventing other companies from being able to utilize stuff or trying to extort money out of people basically by having something that they want. It's all kind of along those same kind of lines there. Yeah. New Xbox Game Pass titles for console, PC, and cloud have been announced. Microsoft has dated the next wave of titles coming to the Xbox Game Pass for console, PC, and cloud. Xbox Cloud Gaming. Hi-Fi Rush, Cloud PC, and Xbox Series XS. A new rhythm action game from Shinji Mikami's Tango Gameworks was announced and released on Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday we saw it. I wasn't real thrilled, to be honest, with what I saw. And a big part of that is because I am a huge fan of the Evil Within games. And then they released Ghostwire Tokyo, and I was like, oh man, I really wish that would have been the Evil Within 3. And then we see this, and I'm like, This is even further away from what I'm hoping to see from Tango. But it didn't look all that great to me either. It just wasn't really appealing. But apparently people are liking it so far. Let's take a look at some reviews. Is it on Hi-Fi Rush? Is it on Steam? Our buddy Tinwin was saying that this is being well reviewed already, so 99% positive of 417 reviews since yesterday? Really? Dying, bro. Oh, dude. In Australia, we have laws that the company person with a genuine claim gets it, no cost. Dude, that's great. That's great, Mithril. The thing that was throwing me off is it was like one of the things that was really throwing me off about the game was whenever I was watching the trailer for it yesterday, dude, the banter in the game was really cringy to me. Rhythm beat them with a banging soundtrack, really. Yeah, this was something nobody saw coming, man. This game feels more Nintendo than Nintendo ever done since the beginning of this decade. Definitely a must buy. Like a mix of Sunset Overdrive and Ratchet and Clank. Easy recommend with style, music, overall fun, and a low price tag. Try it out. Interesting. If you dislike this game, you have no heart. Might as well replace it with an iPod. After being betrayed many times by AAA titles on launch, it had been years since I bought a game at full price. Yesterday, this stumbled onto my Steam Dash, and I thought, "What the heck? I'm ready to get hurt again." Instead, I am healed. My faith in new games restored. Played this game thinking I would refund it before the 2 hour mark, and instead found myself giddy for the duration. Hi-Fi Rush is so committed to being what it is that it never misses a beat and executes on its mission in every eighth note. There is tangible love and artistry in every beat, well worth the price. Smorgasbord of my favorite things: narrative concept of Baby Driver, the artistry of Into the Spider-Verse, combat of Devil May Cry, and a sprinkle of FLCL from the simple pleasure of stylishly smashing robots with an electric guitar while dope music plays. A game I didn't know I needed until I played it. The protagonist is the guy ever. And while normally that would be grating, it just fits perfectly with the game to the point where I find myself charmed instead. Yeah, that's the thing that was really throwing me off. Was like this dude. If any of this appeals to you, get this game. Interesting. I'm gonna keep track of it. We're gonna keep seeing how the reviews trend. Presumptuous food critics. I'm gonna keep watching it and see how it trends. It was, dude. The character was really cringy to me though. That's going to be one of the hard things for me, I think. I want to keep track of it, and we'll see how these reviews trend. If if it is as Syke says or is assuming, and these are bot reviews, purchased reviews, then this will change, and we'll see. We'll see. GoldenEye Cloud and console join Game Pass on January 27th ahead of RoboQuest. On January 30th, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Inkulinati, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R will be added to the subscription service on January 31st. Darkest Dungeon Grid Legends will follow on February 2nd, ahead of Hot Wheels Unleashed Game of the Year Edition on February 7th. Following titles leaving Game Pass on January 31st, Donut County, Taiko no Tatsujin, The Drum Master, Telling Lies, and Worms WMD. All right. So far, their biggest release of 2022 fiscal year for them has been High on Life. But we've seen some really bad stuff coming out of that studio here lately, if you didn't know. Justin Roiland, not only has it come to light that they have had to settle out of court in 2018 for some kind of sexual harassment situation in that development studio, but Justin Roiland has resigned as part of that studio, whom is the co-creator of that development studio and co-creator of Rick and Morty, due to a couple of felony charges of domestic battery, false imprisonment. There's some crazy stuff going on there, stemming from some 2020 charges. He's pled not guilty, so we'll see what happens. Trial set for April, I think, and we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of yeah. Well, Justin Roiland's stuff was domestic abuse. The sexual harassment stuff was the 2018 settlement out of the development studio. I might have misspoken there, but to be very clear, there was sexual harassment allegations and charges and stuff that they settled out of court with from the studio that weren't necessarily directed specifically. It didn't name Justin Roiland specifically, but that studio, Squanch Games, settled out of court in 2018. And at the same time, we found out about a couple of domestic abuse, felony domestic abuse. One was specifically domestic abuse, and the other charge is false imprisonment or something like that, I think. They're both felony charges against Justin Roiland, stemming out of 2020, that he is pled not guilty to, and the trial is set for April. So we're a couple of months away. So there's some rough stuff coming out of that studio, and stemming from the studio and Justin Roiland. But innocent until proven guilty, and there's two sides to every story. So we'll just hold up and wait and see exactly what proof unfolds, what the details tell us, in what happened. Cool. If you guys need more info here. I mean, I don't know, Syke, what you were. Maybe I misspoke or something. I don't know. Xbox Game Pass losing 4 more games very soon. Yeah, we talked about this right then. Again, it's in that what I just linked in chat. Game Pass titles leaving on January 31st. Telling Lies, Donut County, Worms MD, WMD, and Taiko no Tatsujin, the Drum Master. All right. They're in that article I just linked, though. New Steam game costs $2,000. No big deal, chat. Okay. New Steam game costs $2,000 and is not even 2 hours long. A newly released Steam game is priced at a jaw-dropping $2,000. Doesn't even take 2 hours to complete it. Okay. Yo, let's start making some Steam games, guys. Yeah, it does. Yes. Yep, you're right, Mithril. That's why I try to really drive that home to people. It's like these are not he's not been proven to be guilty of these charges, right? These are allegations right now. He has been. These are charges that are being presented against him. Mr. Roiland has maintained innocence, and on that note, what that means is that he's going to end up going to court, and time will tell. Facts will unfold. We'll find out what happens. These are very real charges, and what I will say is that if there's truth to any of this, then he absolutely deserves the punishments that come to him, and the repercussions for engaging in the kind of crimes. The thing that's rough about, and I know this about the U.S. court system, money talks, baby. And Mr. Roiland has a lot of it. The money can buy you very good representation, and it can buy your way out of a lot of things. So yeah, dude, remember what you just put in chat. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right, dude. That's what I was just getting ready to get at. And you would like to think that the justice system is that the morality of it and the ethics behind it and everything point north all the time, but they don't, unfortunately. And so all we can really hope is that it's across the world, dude. There's a lot of corruption all over the place, and it's unfortunate that there have been so many people in the world that have had to pay dearly for things that they didn't do wrong. And there's so many people that have gotten away with doing wrong things, you know what I mean? And haven't had to pay. It sucks. That's the world we live in, though. And quite often, it's people that have the money to get out of it. Yeah. It sucks. And that's a sentiment that is not lost on me, man. So Mr. Roiland's got a lot of money. Hopefully that is not something that affects what we would hope is that this is a really good process he ends up getting into here with a very solid judicial system, a good judge that and jury and everything that goes through their due diligence of good facts and everything is going to be based on what actually occurred and nothing else. That's what you would hope. But unfortunately, there'll probably be some things to get skewed there. We can only hope, though, buddy. We can only hope. And you're right. I mean, people have always just been real quick to jump to conclusions if they hear anything, and people love gossip. They love drama. And, I mean, that's the way people are. I feel like a lot of people are just like that naturally. So I try to get people to take a beat. When things like this come up, it's like, yo, if somebody actually did this, that's terrible, and they deserve it. They deserve the punishment, right? But until they're proven guilty, please refrain from, automatically assuming that they're guilty. There's almost always two sides to each story. You know what I mean? And until all the facts come to light, it's hard to determine exactly what went on. Witch hunts, dude. Absolutely. Yep. No doubt. Is it Unreal Engine VR? I don't know, dude. We'll find out, Psych. Yeah. Indie developer Pro X has launched a new Steam game called The Hidden and Unknown. It costs $2,000 and it's shorter than 2 hours. all kinds of expensive games on Steam, but this is over the top. Price tag for the hidden and unknown. It makes it the most expensive game on Valve's digital storefront. Unsurprisingly, $2,000 price tag for the hidden and unknown on Steam is going to be prohibitive for many gamers who won't be able to afford such a steep asking price. The game, which released on January 23rd, currently only has 2 user reviews. Both reviews recommend the game, with one stating that it's worth every penny, and the other saying that they would buy the game again, awarding it a 10 out of 10 score. The gamer reached out to the hidden and unknown's developer ProX to figure out exactly why the decision was made to price the game at nearly $2,000. ProX explained that they priced the game as it feels right to them, and that it was their right to do so. However, they pointed out that since it's likely players will complete the hidden and unknown within 2 hours, users should be able to refund their purchase. You can finish the entire story and then refund the game as to ensure that you do not feel cheated out of your money, ProX told the gamer. What? As for what the hidden and unknown actually is, the game is described as a story-based game based on psychology and philosophy. Yeah. What they're doing is they're hoping that people will buy it. They're going to get, it's just going to be whales, right? Most people are not going to be able to afford this anyways, off the bat. So they're going to get people that, just have more money than they know what to do with to buy into this. And then we'll just forget to refund it or whatever is probably what they're hoping for. The short story on the game's official Steam page shows a red and blue background with words story, unpredictable, prediction, future, and mystery displayed before they're removed and replaced by confusion guaranteed. At the bottom of the game's Steam description, it warns, if you are often getting offended, instead of reacting rationally, avoiding this game would be a wise action. While listing the game for $2,000 may mean that the vast majority of people won't bother buying it or will otherwise purchase it and then refund their money, it may turn out to be a clever marketing ploy. Listing the game for such a high price will draw attention from people wondering why the game is so expensive. Could also catch the eye of rich Twitch streamers who may want to drum up interest in their stream by buying a game with such a high price point. Stream it for their audience. Well, that count me out, chat, because I'm Z tier, baby. With so many new indie games hitting Steam every single day, it's quite possible that the hidden and unknown will have flown completely under the radar if it didn't debut with its $2,000 price tag. I don't even care if I had enough money to buy this. I wouldn't buy into it. It seems stupid. Especially with this quote. This quote right here. They priced the game, quote, as it feels right to them, and that it was their right to do so. Get wrecked. You guys are dumb. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let me backtrack there. Within reasonable circumstances, okay. If you guys want to generate the funds for me to play a $2,000 2-hour game, hey man, by all means, feel free to go ahead and purchase and gift that to me, okay? Because this Z tier streamer right here, I'm not going to be able to dump 2 G's on a 2-hour game. Sorry, my friends. As much as I would like to do it for you, that's a little absurd. Go ahead and start a Kickstarter for that. Although, if you want, you know what I mean? Get everybody together. Back it up, Get everybody to chip in. I don't want to support that dev. I'm sorry. That seems really stupid. That seems really dumb. Oh my God. Oh, bro. You're insane, dude. Deal. All right, here we go. This is the last article I have. Let me know if you guys have anything else to talk about. Shout out to Ferret, our buddy Ferret, for getting me this article. Yeah, he did. Forspoken's PC port is another fine Square Enix mess. Square sucks at PC ports, dude. Maintaining those PC quality standards of messy PC ports. Yeah, he's always there. Square Enix's next big action RPG Forspoken launched this week, and has done so on PC to an extremely mixed reception. May just be the January void, but the game has sparked a great deal of discussion about everything from the tone to how the publisher distributed or didn't review code to outlets. PC Gamer's review remains a work in progress. But I can tell you one thing, Forspoken has ridiculous system requirements, and the PC version doesn't appear to be justifying them. The Steam reviews for the title are extremely mixed, and while some are just moaning about the talking bracelet, for reals, dude, many are annoyed by the state of the game's launch, and currently around 55% of the total reviews for the title are negative. I told you guys, I was skeptical about this game. An unoptimized mess, says Haster, who's rocking an RTX 4080 and also reckons the visuals have been downgraded from the hype trailers just because of those pesky consoles. They're not the only one to complain about this apparent visual mismatch. It's a theme across multiple reviews. Inaccurate graphics, says YouTube. Is that Majed? Nothing like the trailer. Some reviews do get a bit existential about it. You can tell they even voice acted the cat. Says Jith. Why would you voice act a cat's meow? Even if you look at a moving object, it will drop your FPS by a large quantity, but in a still setting, it will be completely fine. I recommend having next year's GPU because the 40 series ain't cutting it. Voice acting a cat. Yeah. Meow. They should have made him bark or something. You know, that would have at least been funny. Or made it like moo like a cow or something. Yeah, I'd kind of I didn't look. I haven't watched it like be streamed or anything, but I've seen cuts. I've seen short cuts of it of like gameplay since it released. Dude, it does not look very good. Yeah. I was really skeptical about this being played on PC too. I mean, if it isn't running well on such GPUs, then that suggests that some pretty fundamental issues. Literally unplayable on a 3070 at 1440p, which is what I play at. I have a 3070 and I play at 1440p at 144 hertz. Wells, poor Phoenix. The textures won't even load since the game uses a crap ton of VRAM to work. Another user simply calls it Stutter City. There might be a memory leak, theorizes Darth Vapor. The longer I play the game, the more it frame stutters and eventually it crashes. I run a water-cooled 3080 12 gigabyte with 64 gigs of RAM on an i9 processor that I built myself. So no, it's not my hardware. So I don't even get to find out what the first major boss is like. Certain negative reviews are more about the game's content, obviously a subjective call, but even those who enjoy its characters and world are saying that the current state of the game is getting in the way of recommending it. Textures are blurry, massive stuttering in the city, and grainy, hazy, blurry models are a huge problem, says only my game rules. I feel like waiting to see if Luminous, the developer, can solve performance issues and bring down requirements before buying is the right decision, at least on PC. That user also says they stopped playing after a particularly annoying crash bug, and crashes do appear to be happening across the board. Poor old Callie here had 13 crashes in 1 hour. That's a $120 dollar game in Australia. Moo like a duck, like. That's insane, dude. It does feel extraordinary that a publisher the size of Square is launching a title like this at a premium price point in such a bad state on PC. Let's not forget that some of these negative reviews may come across as being a little mean, but the writers have paid $70 of their own money for the privilege. Look, here's the thing, man. I was even going to pay like what was it, about 60, I think, to play not this December, but the December before last. I was going to play Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade, which is another Square game, right? But it was being ported over to PC after it had been out for a while, dude, on PS5 and PS4, right? And I went, it was December of 2021. I went on a bit of a vacation, and I was like, as soon as I get back, we'll start up Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, because it was releasing. It was like, the end of the second week of December. And I wasn't going to get it on the day it released because of some holiday plans or something like that. And I got back, and our buddy Tinwin was like, dude, you should check out some reviews before you play that game. Sure enough, it was a hot mess. Square's terrible, dude. They're terrible about porting their crap over to PC. And they don't ever fix anything either. They just kind of wait for the community to kind of mod stuff out and fix it for them. They're trash. Dude, I'm so scared of Square. And it's stuff like that. It's stuff like this that we see all the time. They've got a history of doing this now too. It's really bad. And it's this kind of crap, along with the fact that they're like, all we really care about is diving into the blockchain Web3 NFT market. That's all we want to do. And what that means for them moving forward and the quality of their titles and the content they're going to be bringing to us, I'm so flippin' scared. Because they've got some amazing series. Like Final Fantasy is my favorite series of all time. You know? So, I mean, they have a lot of other stuff too that a lot of people love. And I'm really scared about this company, man. That's the Ultimate Edition of Call of Duty or Forza, which is an actual 5-star game. Yeah, that's crazy, Mithril. Note to self writes, is that low? Presumably not the Hitman developer. Don't buy Square Enix games from now on. Yeah, I mean, that's why I still haven't bought Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate. It's because I keep checking on it, and apparently Square just still hasn't fixed it. Still. They just let the community come up with mods to kind of handle the issues, but Square hasn't done anything to fix it themselves. And I'm like, I'm not paying you for that. I'm not going to pay you for that game. As much as I want to play it on PC, I'm not going to pay you for that. You guys suck, dude. Thing is, this is becoming expected from this publisher. Thank you, yeah. Speculation about its allocation of review code for Forspoken was about the game's quality or otherwise, but it may well be that it was less about what the game is than the state it had to launch in. And as several high-profile examples have shown, it can be incredibly hard to recover from that bad first impression, especially on a platform where users can get a refund within the first couple of hours. Or as one Steam user puts it, it's like speedrunning, writes 55. And my favorite category of this game is refund. The overall reception to the game outside of the performance issues is decidedly mixed. There are definitely positive reactions in amongst the reviews, and some like the weirder direction the publisher has taken with this one outside of any performance issues. Sadly, though, a lot of others think that once you get past the discourse, it's just pretty average. I mean, this is just another example, dude, of a game that gets super. They try to hype it up. They try to really push that hype train on it. And I've been telling people like, I'm scared of it. There's been numerous delays. It doesn't look. The demo was something that was developed completely outside of what the actual game release was going to be. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with the development of this game, and I was sketched out, dude. So, just another example, man, of I think being very, very, very reluctant to buy into hype train stuff, across these big developers especially. I don't know. It's rough. It's a rough industry, man. A lot of these developers that many of us fell in love with at one point in time, man, they have transformed into something kind of gross. Kind of gross. Them's the breaks. The trailers totally made me look at buying it. They look at that, dude. That's the problem, right? That's the problem, dude. And that's what I just got done. If you recall what I was saying earlier about the Hogwarts Legacy stuff, it's like, man, a lot of what we've seen from the developers looks really good, but that's what they do. The developers show you what they want you to see. They're not going to show you what they don't want you to see, and that's what they've done to us for a long time now. This is not a new ploy by developers, right? They they give you a look at what they want you to get jacked up about, what looks really good. And then they release, dude, and you're like, oh man, how did they do that to me? So as good as something might look, always keep in mind that they're showing you what they want you to see. You know? Be careful. If something seems like it might be a little bit off, it usually probably is. Even if they're showing you things that might look pretty decent, if there are usually some telltale signs that show that there might be something not great about a game when it releases, it's probably going to be something a little bit off about it. And I think that's one of the big things that I'm trying to show people about the industry, you know, is that these companies know what they're doing. They're really good at building up these the hype around these games, getting people to buy into that hype, and leaning on they're leaning on their brand name and leaning on the titles that have become so popular over time. But a lot of these big companies, man, have lost their touch on good video game development, and it makes us feel just cheated, man. It makes us feel cheated. So be careful. Just be careful. I've tried to be. I'm very hesitant nowadays. We're jaded because of it, man. Most of us are, anyways. Pretty jaded about it, and rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. All right, dims the brakes, baby. Dims the brakes. You guys rock, man. Thank you very much. We're gonna move on to our gaming content, which will be day 8 of the Forest. Cool. Don't forget, you've got roughly an hour and a half left to go grab Epistory on Epic Games before it will no longer be available for free, and the new games will be available, okay? Which are going to be Adios and Hell is Others Welcome to the Neighborhood. All right, go get your free game before it's gone. That's the end. So thank you to everybody that's part of this community, first and foremost, and to everybody that was also part of this gaming news segment today. If you're checking out this content as either a highlight on our Twitch channel or as a VOD on the YouTube channel, and you're enjoying the content, come hang out with myself and the rest of the amazing people that are part of our community here whenever we go live at 6 o'clock a.m. CST every single day, where we start off all of our streams with video gaming news before we jump into whatever gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, happy Thursday. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another. And we'll catch everybody tomorrow for January 27th edition of Video Gaming News and probably more of the Forest. Cool. This soundtrack's wild.